Hey, you guys, it's me again. Still in my hotel room, still out of town, unfortunately, but got another review for you. Before I left to go out here, I watched the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's right, the latest Quentin Tarantino movie, and I gotta say, Quentin Tarantino does it again. Tell you what, I don't think I've ever been disappointed by a Quentin Tarantino movie. Never. And this is just another one of his, you know, another one of his classics. It was good. It was really, really good. Not the best Quentin Tarantino movie I've ever seen, but it's pretty darn high up there. It's basically his love letter to Hollywood, more specifically Hollywood in the 1960s and 70s. The transitioning period for film back then, and it was good. It was really, really good. It's basically a story of an actor who's kind of leaving his prime, who's afraid of being forgotten. Leonardo DiCaprio plays that part, the part of Rick Dalton. Okay, he's kind of down on his luck. He's not being asked to do the grandiose pictures anymore, the ones that people are famous and remembered for, and it's really starting to bother him. He doesn't think he's got what it takes to make it in Hollywood anymore, and Leo DiCaprio does a very, very good job in that role. Let's see. There's also Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt plays Cliff Booth, who is basically Rick Dalton's stunt double. He does a lot of the stunt double work in his movies, and he's kind of his best friend. And those two together have some really, really good scenes together. And this is probably one of the best Brad Pitt movies I've seen since the assassination of Jesse James. Brad Pitt did an incredibly good job here as well. And then you also have Margot Robbie, who plays Sharon Tate. And she does a fantastic job as well. She's very memorable as the role of Sharon. Sharon Tate, who famously, who is pretty renowned for what happened with the Manson killings and all that, which the movie does revolve around slightly. I mean, it's not the whole movie, but near the end of it, it takes a pretty big precedent. And she does a very good job, a very, very good job. Let's see who. There's also a whole bunch of other characters that come into play here. I won't name them all off, but some of the actors that are part of that are Al Pacino, Timothy Olyphant, Luke Perry, and let's see who's Michael Madsen is also in this. And give me one second. There's so many. It's once again it's a movie with a whole bunch of people in it, that are very, very famous and who just love working with Quentin. I know I'm gonna miss a few, so if I miss any, just put it down in the comments and remind me. But yeah, it's really, really a really, really good movie. A very, very good Quentin Tarantino movie. And it's a period piece basically. It does take place in the late '60s, and I have to say that their recreation of 1960s Hollywood is pretty darn impressive. I mean, from the cars to the way that they redress the sets to look like '69 Hollywood in LA it was impressive. I mean, the amount of work they put into this was impressive. It was really just an all around impressively done movie for Quentin, and you can tell when you're watching this how much he has evolved since his days of doing Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, where he's kind of come, how far he's come since then. but yeah, I mean, the dialogue in this movie, the script for this movie, once again, Quentin outdoes himself. It's just really well written. And like for instance, there's this really good character moment with Rick Dalton, who's again played by Leo DiCaprio, where he's doing a scene in this western, and it's he's playing a villain, and it's a monologuing scene. Uh, it He goes on, and it goes on for a good 10 minutes or so, and it's captivates you. It pulls you in and holds you there, and you linger on every word that he's saying. And when that scene is over, you're like, you let your breath out because you just realize you've been holding it the whole time. You know, you're just captivated by what you're hearing, what you're seeing on screen during those moments. And that's not the only moment. There are several moments like that throughout the movie where you're just lingering on every word that's spoken, and that's just how good the dialogue and the script for this movie was. It was just really well done, and honestly, I want good things to happen to Quentin, especially at this year's Oscars. I think he deserves some honors for this movie because it was really really good. Now, again, remember when I was talking about the Manson killings and all that stuff? This is not a historical accurate movie in terms of the events that happen. It's not historically accurate at all. This is kind of what he did in Inglourious Bastards, where he flipped the historical significance of these scenes, and they kind of turn out in a different way than they were originally, that they historically were, that they historically happened. So it's kind of flipped on in at certain parts. And I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to give anything away. But the Manson murders do kind of come into play later on near the end of the movie, and some things happen that you don't quite expect, and that was fun. I love it when Quentin does that, where he subverts expectations in that way. Um, yeah, I mean, just an expertly crafted movie by a director who's just he's well versed in film and just super talented. I don't think I could say enough about Quentin Tarantino and what he's done the past several decades. Um, yeah, I mean, I love this movie. This was a good one, and a really really good one. Um, let's see what else is there. Oh, the music in the movie was lovingly picked and perfect for all the scenes in the movie that occur. Um, oh, and a special nod to the Pitbull. I don't know the Pitbull's real name, but she played the character of oh shoot, what was her name again? It's been a few days since I've seen the movie, and I kind of forgot some of the names. But yeah, there's a Brad Pitt's character of Cliff has got this pit bull, and there's a few moments where the pit bull kind of steals the scene. Um, yeah, that was unexpected too, and that was really good. Those scenes with him and the dog were really really good. Um, yeah, this is all in all a very it felt very controlled. Like Quentin didn't go all out batshit crazy like he did in Kill Bill 1 and 2, or even Django Unchained. Um, yeah, I mean, he feels very in control of what's going on. This it's got bloody parts. There's parts of it that are really really bloody, um, but it's not nearly the level that we've seen in his previous films. So you really get a sense of how mature he has become as a director. Um, and this is a really good. This was his ninth movie. So supposedly he's got one more. He's gonna do 10 movies, and then supposedly he's gonna retire. I don't know how true that rumor is, but that's what they're saying. And honestly, if he retires after this 10th movie, I think he can retire on a high note because what he's been giving us is pure gold, and I love his movies. So if you haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yet, I advise you, Quentin Tarantino fan or not, see it. It's well worth it. Whether you rent it or buy it, it's good. It's out now on Blu-ray, HD, whatever. The 4K, get it and love it, and sing its praises, because it's good. It's really, really good. Yeah, I mean, so in a nutshell, that's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. And yeah, if you haven't already, subscribe, please. I've got more reviews coming. Yeah, I've got a game review coming. I think another movie review coming. So yeah, stick around. And yeah, I'll be bringing those to you real, real soon. I love you guys. Y'all have a good day.
Hush, hush, I thought I heard her calling my name now. Hush, hush, she broke my heart, but I love her just the same now. Hush.